We were given a suggested topic for today of Thanksgiving, being that Thanksgiving is right around the corner. So one of the things that I wanted to give thanks for has to do with some of my friends. Two who are right there in the front row, Dawn West and Terry Cox Joseph. This first poem is about Dawn's house, and it comes from the chapbook Memory of Spring, which has some of Terry's art on the cover. She's not just a great poet, she's also a fantastic artist. So this is Wild Kingdom. How do you know a home is a home and not just a house? Does welcome end at the mat or enter the door with you? And do you need a mat at all, or even a door? Deer will drop to the ground and curl when nestling into sleep. Blue jays snap up scraps we throw away to twine into nests, blessing with more than one purpose, one life. Atop ledges of Dawn's home, wicker baskets trail curtains of vines. Roaming the carpet, 2 Rottweilers and 2 cats eye the parakeet that she frees from its cage each day after work. On the floor, on shelves, on a lamp's wooden shaft, elephants raise their trunks in obeisance of feng shui. Bristling from pots in the living room, honey-balled arms of button bushes and 3-toothed tips of sagebrush announce the insistence of green. Close your eyes. Taste the air. You can almost sense a coming rain. And something else I am very thankful for recently. A lot of you know that I have undertaken a running regimen recently, and to do that before I clock in the morning means that I have to get up and run in the wee early hours, usually at 2 or 3 in the morning. So this poem celebrates some of that. It's called This Moment. In the pre-dawn dark of this morning's run, I startled a doe, which startled a family of deer, which startled me as they bounded into blackness, an eruption of shadows within shadows, a sudden fury of crashing leaves and branches. The moment before, I had been lost in my own rhythmic breath, mesmerized by the Milky Way, that stripe of stars painting the sky like a signpost, its message saying whatever you are willing to hear. Each pinprick of light is billions of miles away. Yet, our own sun is part of that same swirl, as if it's possible to be in 2 places at once, as if physics laws are no match for wonder, as if each surprise I encounter is just waiting for me to arrive, and all I have to do to memorialize this moment is scoop up a handful of stars and carry them home. And one more running poem. This one is specific to last weekend when I actually ran the Richmond Half Marathon. So this is race day. Each race is longer than start to finish. It is miles built upon miles, training runs after a long day's work or before sunrise, when all your body wants is to roll back over. Arduous hours in summer swelter and the chill of winter frost. hill workouts and fartleks, cross-training and carbo-loading, cramps and blisters, tolls paid for passage. Elite runners race for the podium, while the rest of us chase goals no less important, a personal record or simply to finish. The many faces of victory are evident in the wide smile or grimace of each finisher. And listen to the crowd, their exuberant cheers and cowbell clatter, throngs lining streets to applaud and hold up encouraging signs, volunteers handing out energy drinks, and neighborhoods through which the course winds, turning the event into a block party, a raucous celebration of life. And this last one I will read. You noticed how I mentioned the Milky Way in that earlier poem. A lot of times when I go out in those pre-dawn hours, the night sky really captures my interest. And this poem is called Turning the Scope Inward. Oh, how sky begs for gazing, for lensing glass atop glass to shorten the distance between. The moon and all her galloping mares, crystalline rings orbiting Saturn, the red-eyed swirl of Jupiter so fierce you can almost hear it howl. Beyond our eyes' farthest reach, imagination stretches toward the infinite. Through time itself to the speck of matter whose explosion gave birth to us all. When exploratory impulse turns inward, we see inside seemingly still water a cosmos of simple-celled creatures engaged in their own dance of life. How could we not wonder what teems within our own skin, within bone and marrow, blood and viscera, within sparkling synapses giving rise to this very thought? And if an exploding speck could make all this, why not another? It's why we plumb each other's depths with such intensity, our galaxies merging to create new constellations, ones that will gather their own stars in coming years, will wander heavens on a new course, will look beyond horizons and ask their own questions of the great unknown.